Hello ratbags, it's Jade, welcome to a Valheim update video. Loads of stuff to cover today, a brand new patch that's going to hopefully improve server performance. The creator of Valheim has spoken about why there is some issues with lag and how players can hopefully help that, but it all depends on your internet connection. There are fixes incoming too. Also Vulcan, what is Vulcan? How do you see it? What does it do when you load it up? Also going around the world of the funny Valheim, little glitches, little funny things that have been going on, and of course Valheim, is it bigger than Minecraft? It does look like it absolutely is on course to be if it can carry on its success. So for the best in news in Valheim and other survival games, make sure you've got Lock Me Down, come and join my Discord, share your curations, and let's go with the Valheim news. So controversially, I know I might be upsetting some Minecraft dweebs. No, I'm joking, I love you Minecraft, I love you. Back in 2011, we all didn't really fully understand how big Minecraft maybe would be. Like, we all joked and maybe called it Minecraft. It was one of the things that inspired me to really start thinking about becoming a YouTuber. When I started seeing the Yogscast and I planned it with my son. But it was big news when they hit a million sales mark within literally just a month. In fact, under a month. Back then it was €10 to play it, although they did increase it to 14. And you can check the wiki and various other sources, it did make a million purchases less than a month after entering its beta phase. Now also bear in mind, it didn't have a publisher, it didn't even appear on Steam, which it obviously never has. And Steam wasn't even as big as it is now back then. So of course it is maybe a little bit easier for Valheim to make a splash given the popularity of Steam, given that we've gone through some of these phases now where these games make these millions of copies sold. Valheim's obviously got a bit of work to go though before it actually maybe manages to beat Minecraft. But there's no doubt about it, in terms of launch, it is doing 4 times as well as Minecraft ever did. It was only in 2012, a year later, Minecraft had become the 6th best selling PC game of all time. Will Valheim do that kind of level? I'm not sure. It absolutely helped that the game appeared on the Xbox 360 not long after coming out on PC. And I think if Valheim can maybe pull that off in the very near future, it could have a really big chance of doing just as well. But Minecraft is on another level. 200 million copies sold. Apparently in China they've got like 400 players online because it's free to play. But why not? Dream big. Who knew that Valheim would sell 4 million copies in 3 weeks? It must be coming up to 5 million in a month now. So I wouldn't put it past Valheim to achieve even more greater things for sure. It does look like Valheim is starting to slowly drop off. And I'm not talking by hundreds of thousands, I'm only talking fractionally. But you can clearly see the high of 498 or apparently 501,000 depending on what chart you read. The next weekend, which is obviously when it's always the busiest, it did end up being about 25-30,000 short. But I think the Valheim devs would be okay with that. Valheim patch 0147.3. So they've got a bunch of localization updates that hopefully add in better language support for players. They've made Holder head turn smoother. The gimpy little dwarf does seem to be maybe turning just a little bit quick and a little bit janky. A bunch of technical jargon coming your way. Object network interpolation is skipped if object was far away. Solved issues with network players flying through the air when entering dungeons and exiting portals, etc. That's a pretty big fix for people that maybe have taken flying lessons as soon as they've come out of a dungeon. Added public 1/0 flag to dedicated server again. Allows players to host local LAN only servers. And there's a join IP button updated to allow for LAN connections. They've dedicated servers use direct IP connection instead of SDR. This will solve issues with slow Steam relays in some areas of the world. Bowmass Puke Effect network fix. Updated dedicated server PDF manual. Prevent pickup items when entering portals. I'm guessing that was some sort of glitch that people maybe were getting around to taking their bars or smelting items through. Lowered the wolf procreation slightly. Oh no, your dogs are not going to get their jiggy on. Not as much anyway. Lowered the chance of boss trophy talking. So yeah, a little bit of a small fix. Don't forget the team is 5 people small. They are upscaling and getting more people on board, but it is going to be smaller little fixes for weeks before they maybe start adding some bigger content. So lots of you guys have been wondering what's going on with the server system. How does it actually work? When you join servers, why is there certain pieces of lag? Well, the actual creator has talked about this on Steam. Hello, a common misconception is that the game uses some kind of peer-to-peer network. It does not. All data is sent between client, server and never between clients. However, game logic is somewhat distributed and run on the game clients rather than on the servers. If player A is alone in an area, all creatures and objects will be controlled by that player and synced to the server. If player B walks over to player A will still control the game logic of most objects in that area. If, however, player A leaves the area, player B will take control of the objects and so on. This system allows us to do a lot of heavy physics on the client side and without overloading the server and so on. It is, however, pretty sensitive to one player having a bad connection. If player A is controlling the monsters in an area has high ping to the player, then server B will also notice this. Even though player B has a perfectly fine connection to the server, I have some ideas how to improve the system, but it's pretty complicated and not something that can be fixed easily. So if you are experiencing bad lag, maybe consider who you're playing with, get them to show you some speed tests if they're going to be joining your server, or if they're joining your own actual game. And yeah, possibly think about limiting kind of what you're doing with the game at the moment with certain people with bad connections. I'm not going to lie, some of this just becomes gibberish to me. I'm not too clued up with servers and connections and stuff. Years of covering Ark and Conan, I get the basics, but it does seem that some people really want to dive into this. And the bottom line is, it just seems to be very much a case of if you've got a bad connection, maybe don't be going and playing Valheim at the moment with others. But it does look like they're on the case, obviously. It may take a bit more time to get lots of that fixed. And Vulkan. Now, I didn't really understand what Vulkan was in my last news update, so I have done some research, and you guys have informed me a little bit as well. Effectively, it's an alternative to Microsoft Direct 11 or Direct 12, and it basically allows to have full ray tracing support in some cases. You'll see it as an option nowadays when you start up your game, or you can have it as a launch option just by putting it in via the launch commands. Effectively, it's meant to be good for GPUs and basically getting better performance, particularly with frame rates. You can see your marginal gains there, but especially if you're playing at 4K, it does seem to improve things a lot. And according to the Valheim developers, apparently the Vulkan API could help fix some random crashes related to the GPU drivers in the game. So there you go. It gives a marginal increase in performance, and if you have been having crashes, maybe try it with the Vulkan settings on. And briefly cover a few things going around. The seagulls are stealing boats from players in Valheim. The gamer had this covered. Now there's no actual footage of this, so I can't actually verify it, but let me know if you've had problems with your ships disappearing. Is it because enemies are destroying it, or is it because the seagulls have taken it away? It is something to do with a glitch that they'll land on your boat and it places the boat under the bird control. Apparently the sea is one big trampoline. This one's taken from Reddit, and yeah, apparently people are just launching themselves off huge massive ramps. I don't know if they're using a mod to build this or not. It does look like it'd be almost impossible. Obviously he's in build mode, and there you go. He's in his ship. Oh, I think we can work out what's going to happen here. Oh yeah, here he goes. And we're away people. It's going down fast. It's going down fast. Oh my god, the physics that the ship will actually do that, and it will do a jump, which is pretty crazy too. And you just bounce right off the water. That is mad. That is absolute nuts. That's the first time I've seen it, obviously. And yeah, be careful. Don't go taking your ship too fast off of huge, massive mega ramps, people, just in case. Big shout out to Hot Goo there. And another good one that people might want to try is apparently Viking beer pong, that one. So set up your tables, and then what, you just chuck in some cloudberries, and what, the cloudberries go into the actual cup. Get out of here. Oh, it kind of works. Yeah, that's a good little mini game maybe to try out with the boys as you're all sitting there with no clothes on. Yeah, why not? Now a bit of a strange one from Gamer Ranks, how to dupe inventory and multiply your resources. Why would you even bother doing this? Now you can access all the cheat commands, or just get a mod that does it for you. But apparently you can pretty much copy everything in your inventory by copy and pasting your current world. Then you can swap to the copied world with your character, collect everything you want, and return to your main world. It seems like a bit of a cheesy, easy one to do, but ultimately, yeah, I don't really understand why you just wouldn't use creative mode just to give you stuff. I might leave this in the comments, then again, I might not. And there we go, that is everything you need to know about Valheim's patch. It does look like we're getting at least maybe 2 or 3 little patches a week at this point. Let me know of any funny things you've discovered. Come and join my Discord and share some of them funny things. I'd love to see some cool stuff, and look out for my 10 mods you need to have to improve Valheim video. That's going to be coming up in the next couple of days. YouTube members can go and watch it right now. Until next time, rat bags, laters.